It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. And now that we're halfway through the season, it's the perfect time to take a peek at the Rookie of the Year race. Let's see who the top rookies are so far. Well, you look at Riza. What an incredible start to his rookie season. Sitting in the #1 spot right now, but I'm sure this will be an exciting rookie race.
And you know his confidence must be soaring, sitting at the top of this impressive list of young talent.
Yeah, he's a clear #1 right now. Nobody even close to passing him.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Riza in at the 3. And for the Spurs, Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle. And it's Vassell in at the 3 spot. And both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions.
And the new group getting ready for the Hawks.
We're going out there, no let up.
And you look at this rookie class. MP continues to scratch and claw, trying to cement his place as one of the best and brightest.
In terms of rookies, MP is up there in talent, and we've seen flashes of it. I think he's had a good year. I wouldn't call it great quite yet. There's some room for improvement for MP. But honestly, guys, that's all rookies at this point of their careers.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Jazz played some quality basketball. He tallied 10 points and knocked down his share of three-pointers. That was a factor, too. And he had a huge effect on the game coming off the bench. He was an instant offense for this team. Back to you.
Okay, thanks for that. You know, the impact he had on that game was big.
And it's not easy to point to just one area he made a difference, but his effect was felt all over the place. He was on fire.
And the important thing now is to keep that momentum going. You want a player building on his positive results.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs with some experienced additions, bringing in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes. Their mentorship is likely just as valuable to this young roster as their contributions on the court. And with legendary head coach Greg Popovich, they're creating an environment for growth in San Antonio. They're really building things the right way, guys.
All right, Shams, appreciate the report. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds.
Yeah, 3 turnovers already, and some frustration starting to settle in.
Riza, he's checked in for the Hawks. San Antonio with the ball. They lead by 7. Money, the pass to Johnson. Rebounded by Johnson.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Here's LeVert. Uses the glass on the layup. LeVert's got 6.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
Here's Money. 10 points in his last outing. And rejected. And that'll be San Antonio's ball as it goes out of bounds. Spurs able to keep the possession. Tries a 3 off the inbound. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Riza. Now here's Nance. He's covered closely. And over the last 4 seasons, Stan, the Hawks have hovered around 500.
Yeah, but trending downward year over year. Without control of their first-round picks for the next 3 seasons from the DeJounte Murray trade, Brian, they've got no choice but to make it work.
All right, Stan, what's your take on this very youthful San Antonio Spurs roster?
Well, Brian, they've got the guy to build around. They're very exciting to watch. They've been gaining momentum. They're coming together as a unit, as a roster. And look, this team's got a chance to be very good together.
Man, the pass to Levert, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Fox outside. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Here's Mamukelashvili. He's guarded by Nance. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Money. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Pass to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Yeah, plenty of power behind that move from Johnson.
And there's a pick. Fox with the ball. Now here's Levert. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
San Antonio trailing here. Here's Money. Still without a bucket. Outside Johnson. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Money. He's checked by Levert. Here's Mamukelashvili. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Pass to Rizachet. Three-pointer. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Atlanta on top. They lead by a bucket. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what we've seen from the Hawks, what's your take so far?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
We've got Harrison Barnes. He's out there with Keldon Johnson. And it's Money in at the 1. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Pass to Nance. Now here's Levert. Nance the screen. Levert passes to Nance. Fox against Levert. Here's Money. No points so far. No good on the triple. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Here's Levert. And he knocks down the 10-footer. And the Hawks lead by 4.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Here's Money. He's checked by Levert. Here's Johnson. And it's rejected. And they get it back. Fox outside. Second chance shot. Yes, sir. Fox finishing.
I mean, all the work he put in off the court is just no sweat for Fox.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. He takes it in, and the shot's good.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense now.
Money, pass to Fox. Right wing. Pass to Barnes. Good D by Niang. Atlanta leading by 4. Right side man. Here's Rizachet. The Hawks need to get one up here. Nance for 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Defeated by Utah in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And it was an awful game defensively. They lost the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
Pass to LeVert. Back to Nance. And Nance with the slam.
A Swiss Army knife talent, LeVert is very skilled at setting the table for his teammates.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Money, pass to Johnson. Here's Money. He's checked by LeVert. Barnes with a screen on LeVert. Spurs need to get one up here. From deep, Johnson. San Antonio again can't hit.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Back come the Spurs in transition. The three. Money with the bucket. Money's got himself on the board with a three there.
Johnson gives them a huge lift when he's creating for his teammates. It takes their offense up a notch.
Here's Risache. Damn, that one's good. Risache's got 6.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Stan, when you talk to others about Keldon Johnson, one of the things you hear is that he's a natural leader.
Yeah, Brian, look. The intangibles with him are off the charts. This is a guy that got on the United States national team because of the kind of person and player he is. He leads by example every day.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at Atlanta, no movement for them, maintaining their top 10 spot.
You know, for the Spurs, they've exceeded expectations, and that's still putting it lightly. They're playing fantastic ball and are very dangerous.
So both teams changing it up here. Here's Risache. 6 points for him. Young from long range. Vassell with the rebound. Spurs trail by 4. Pass to Money. This one for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
Inside, it's Trae Young.
Well, Young is so tenacious that it balances out any of the size differential in the paint.
Wembanyama, screen on Young. Money, pass to Sohan. Here's Money. 5 to shoot. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's the 3. Ooh, Wembanyama, just too good.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama, a big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
Outside Johnson, on the wing, Daniels. Here's Risache, a top-tier scorer, averaging a little under 25 points a contest. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first half. Wembanyama down low, guarded by Okongwu. Wembanyama, no good. The Hawks lead by 3. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Pass to Young. Takes the 3. The 3 ball is good from Young.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
And for San Antonio, they're shooting just 37% so far in this one. Here's Money. That'll do it for the first half. Hawks ahead. They lead by 6. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
Fairly easy stretch for them. Could even have some blowouts, allowing them to rest their stars a little bit.
That would be their best case scenario, but then again, best laid plans. Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Hawks.
This is some retro hoops, pounding the ball inside with intent. Man, I know you love this big fella.
No need to take a million jumpers. Work.
Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the
All right, MP, get back in there.
And here's Fox. He's got 15. Here's Money. Off target from outside.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Over the last few years, Atlanta struggled defensively, Graham.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been better than 20th in defensive rating since 2017. They've had some great offensive teams during that time, but their defense has held them back.
Spurs trail by 14. Wembanyama with it. 14 points for him. Pass to Money. Wembanyama against Okongwu. Wembanyama with a bucket. Wembanyama's got 6 in the quarter.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
A nice shot by Krejci.
Well, Coach has to be ecstatic with how that trip down the floor went. They got the shot they wanted.
Here's Money. A go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. It's stolen by... Okongwu. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Will De'Aaron Fox, the inaugural 2023 Clutch Player of the Year, he said, quote, "You can't be afraid to fail. Obviously, you're not going to make every shot, but my team puts me in position to succeed, so the least I can do is have confidence in myself to take good shots." Brian?
Allie, thanks. You know, he's become a star. Money. Pass to Sohan. 4 on the clock. The rebound by Atlanta. Okongwu's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. From deep, Johnson.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Here's Sohan. Pass to Money. Sohan outside. Money. Pass to Wembanyama. Over to the left wing. Down low. Second shot opportunity. Wembanyama so comfortable inside.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Money. 1:52 left in the third. And Sohan gets it to go.
They're using his size well and putting some muscle behind his play. That's how Sohan gets to his shot inside.
Here's man. Going inside. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Spurs trail by 12. To the left wing. Here's Money. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Woo, wait. Big finish. Big time. And man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And now a peek at some of the players competing for a spot in the dunk contest. All of them true dunk artists who can do some spectacular things in the air.
And I can't wait to see what these guys have dreamed up this year. The level of athleticism and creativity that goes into this contest is what makes it so incredible to watch.
You look at Johnson as the top vote getter, a good bet to be in this year's dunk contest.
And with his hops, he might be the favorite in the contest. Everyone wants to see him compete.
And there you have it. This year's dunk contest field looks incredible. We'll keep you up to date in the voting.
That is always a highlight of All-Star Weekend. Watching guys just fly through the air. And I enjoy watching all of the guys on that list slam it home.
Here's Money. He's checked by LeVert. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Money. 5 points in the game. And the foul called on Karis LeVert. That's his first foul of the game.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
The Spurs making a switch here. Mamukelashvili's checked in. .24 seconds left in the third quarter here. Money. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Shot clock at 5. Out to the right wing. From behind the arc. The rebound by Atlanta. Their next game playing at home as the Grizzlies come to town. And that'll launch a 4-game homestand for them. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. The Hawks on top. They lead by 13. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Now for an update on Keldon Johnson's injury, we'll go to Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with the Spurs athletic trainer. They're calling it a strained quad. Maybe lucky to avoid something more serious, but still nothing to take lightly. But undeterred, already back in action and pushing through it. Guys?
Well, and Allie, it appears that he needs some work done before he comes back to this one.
And we all know that if it's something he can play through, he'll be back, no doubt.
They've got De'Aaron Fox. Johnson is out there with Barnes. And it's Money in at the point guard position. That's the San Antonio 5. Fox against LeVert. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
So tough to negate LeVert's wingspan when he's in attack mode. It's one of his deadliest characteristics.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Hawks.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is shooting from long distance. All game long, they've been finding openings at the perimeter.
Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, There are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, Parker.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Niang outside. From downtown, he drops it from range.
And when it comes to the 3, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Barnes passes to Money. Here's Mamukelashvili. He's guarded by Nance. Now Barnes. And there's the screen. Pass to Money. The rebound by Krejci.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
LeVert goes against Fox. LeVert passes to Nance. And here's LeVert. Niang outside. That three's off the mark. Oh, deflected. Pass to Fox. Fires the 3. San Antonio again missing. Atlanta leading by 15. Here's Mann. LeVert goes against Fox. LeVert, that's good.
A real weapon on offense. Once LeVert sees a few go down, you know he's in the zone.
Three-pointer, Fox. Atlanta with the rebound.
We've seen him make that shot, but not all that often.
Well, that's the shot where if you make it, everything's fine. But if not, you're going to hear about it.
And he gets that one.
A 6'3" point guard, Fox has solid size at the 1, and it really helps him out inside.
They set the screen. Here's Krejci. And here's LeVert for 3. Rebounded by Fox. Fox has got 5 rebounds in the game. Money, pass to Johnson. And it's off from three-point range. Atlanta's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Here's LeVert. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Well, LeVert is willing to put his body on the line, doing whatever it takes to get past the foul and score.
Massey, he's checked in for San Antonio. Castle comes in for Barnes. Gay's checked in for the Hawks. Young comes in for Krejci. Here's Money. Lets the 3 fly. The kick out to Johnson. The 3 ball. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. Atlanta making some changes here. Okongwu's checked in for Nance. Johnson comes in for Gay. And Daniels is subbed in for Mann. Young, the pass to Daniels. Johnson against Johnson. Pass to Young. Clock at 6. Back to Johnson. There's the triple. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's the pick. He shoots it. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
Daniels passes to LeVert. Back to Daniels. Puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Here's Money. San Antonio again can't hit.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Knocks down the triple. Young's got 26.
He hit 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
And the Spurs with some changes. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Bassi, and Sohan subbed in for Johnson. Risache, he's checked in for the Hawks. Looking to win the run. Counted from distance.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
Pass to Daniels. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
Knocks down the long J.
As bad as he was in the first half, that's how good he's been since.
Johnson on the wing. Pass to Risache. Back to Young. There's the 3. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Wembanyama screen. Here's Money. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
His points are really adding up from the three-point line. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he's only getting better.
Daniels passes to Johnson. Up and in on the layup.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
We look at all the turnovers. Boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
Here's Money. Guarded by Young. You know, even though Wembanyama's first year was a tough one for the Spurs, there's a good outlook going forward, Grant.
And that's how it should be when you've got a generational talent like Wemby. The Spurs don't need to rush things at all.
Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history, the San Antonio Spurs.
MP.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Money. Nails it from beyond the arc. Money's got 17 points here in the second half.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
The kick out to Nance. Offline with a 3. Spurs trail by 21.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Hawks.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And for the year, this will give them win number 17.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And as most people predicted, the defense, even though... And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them.
You win some, you lose some.
you're about to tear the roof off.
Time to turn the page, MP.
Yo, what's good, MP?
Good, man.
Live, bro. I watch you. You got a mean bag. Keep going, bro.
Man, that's big time coming from you, man. I study your game.
I appreciate that. But remember, nothing in this league is given to you. You got to earn it. Trust me. I'm speaking from experience. Take your time.
All right, man. Well, look, I want to get that jersey from you after the game. What's up with that?
What I just tell you, you got to earn it, man. Oh, we on that type of time. It's a bet. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Avdia is out there with Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Spurs, Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembenyama playing the 5. Castle is out there with Fox. And it's Vassell in at the small forward position. So, Brent, at this point of the season, do teams still have time to figure things out?
I think there's always time, Kevin, to figure out where you are. Again, the expectations in the early part of the season about how competitive your team was going to be, that's critical in your decision-making as to what you want to do with the roster. But if you think that you can get into a deep playoff run, you've got to be honest about how these parts are fitting in and whether or not you need a change.
Now, here's Fox. Nailed from three-point land. Fox has got the first basket of the game for San Antonio. Outside, Avdia. They set the pick. Here he goes. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Great effort by Avdia to finish off that play.
Brent, with Avdia, there's a versatility to his game that not many players can claim.
Yeah, Kevin, it's a great point. He does things on both ends. Sometimes defensively it goes unnoticed, but this guy can play a lot of different positions and is very skilled. He contributes in a lot of ways to his team. Denny Avdia has a ton of versatility, and the coaches encourage him to explore. And this guy can make an impact both on and off the ball.
Here's Sohan. Pass to Castle. Back to Sohan. No good on the 3. For Portland, they won their last contest, that game against Denver. Now Sharp. Driving to the basket. Rebounded by Castle. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Vassell, the pass to Sohan. And the dunk by Sohan.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now, here's Sharp. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Now, here's Fox. Defense is right there. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And in that one, the backups came to play. Gave the team an infusion of points that just put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that win.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Free throw good, Wembanyama. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Ayton kicks to Henderson. Pass to Sharp. Shot clock at 6. Ayton a screen. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
That's good from Fox on the assist by Vassell. Fox has got 5 points so far. Trailblazers trail by 6. And while we've got a moment, I'd send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, I caught up with Greg Popovich. Now, he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively, he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. The Spurs with some changes. Barnes, he's checked in for Jeremy Sohan. Money comes in for Devin Vassell. And Paul subbed in for Fox. Taken away by Williams. Simons against Paul. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Well, Simon's known for a guy who can really get it going from behind the line, and he can do some damage. He's got length and vertical ability from that.
Here's Money. His last outing with 20 points. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And so here's Portland. After the basket by San Antonio. Simons kicks to Grant. Oh, what a jam! Simons!
Defenders want to get physical with Simons to try to offset some of his athleticism. It doesn't always work.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Here's Money. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. To the middle. Here's Barnes. And Klingon pulls it down.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Pass to Williams. Here's Simons. Again. the Trailblazers score.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for the San Antonio Spurs. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
We've got Paul. Also money out there. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Barnes. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4 slot. That's the San Antonio 5. 2 on the clock. Wembanyama, a screen on Simon. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Sharp, scoreless thus far. And then Sharp with the dunk.
We'd heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Now here's Paul. Wembanyama outside. Pass to Money. Three-pointer. That one's in. His first shot this game.
That's just a lapse right there, no matter what. Somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Williams sets a screen for Simons. Clock at 6. And the slam dunk by Simons.
The guard rising up. Simons with some thunder of his own.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Spurs. 17 points was their biggest margin. To the inside, here's Money. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Money's got his second basket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Williams passes to Grant. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lets it go with a 3. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut to just 11 points in the basket from Sharp. Here's Money, defended by Sharp. Over in the corner, Barnes. Over Grant. Portland grabs the miss. They beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
The second unit came in last game and just played lights-out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
Here's Money. The Blazers getting the bucket. Pass to Paul. Wembanyama sets a screen for Paul. Off try. From outside. Trailblazers trail by 9. Grant the pass to Simons. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. San Antonio making a switch here. Champagne's checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Rupert's checked in. The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Simons, the pass to Grant. Just 4 to shoot. Knocks down the 3 ball. Grant's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, nice smooth release from Grant that time. Can't let him get that kind of rhythm.
Wembanyama, a screen. Money passes to Wembanyama. Clinging with the steal. Here's Rupert, defended by Wembanyama.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. And Portland with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Here's Simons. Nice shot by Clingan. Clingan's got his first bucket of the night.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close. Gives the team such a great element having a 1 guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Pass to Clingan. Here's Rupert. Grant outside. Teardrop shot. Wembanyama with the rebound. Here's Money. And a miss there on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Simons, the pass to Williams. Simons with the ball. Chris Paul covering. Simons surveying the D. Basket good. Simons has got 10.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And when you're a knockdown shooter like you were, with the kind of athleticism that Anthony Simons possesses, Brent, you're in rarefied air.
Yeah, no doubt Anthony, one of those guys really tough to stop. You got to pick your poison with him. That quickness and his ability to get to the rim, though, that can impact what they do offensively.
Love the confidence from Wembanyama.
I mean, this kid has all the confidence in the world. Wembanyama stayed under control just in time to beat the clock.
Pass to Rupert. Back to Simons. All sorts of time. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. San Antonio leading by 6. Here's Money. He's got 7. Over in the corner, Paul. Williams with the block.
Oh, electric shot blocking from the Time Lord.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Look now for San Antonio. Charles Massey, he's checked in for Wembanyama. And Money subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Shaden Sharp's checked in for Portland. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Hawks was a big factor. He scored 20 points, and as you may have guessed with him, A lot of those were on the 3-ball. And his contributions off the bench were huge. He was a real spark plug. Kevin, let's see if he can do it again.
Thanks, David. It looked like Greg, he could do anything he wanted to out there, playing with no fear.
Right. Terrific momentum coming into this game. We'll see if he can continue it.
No reason to settle. Just keep getting to his money spots.
We throw good, Simons. Hey, Brett, what's one area where we really see these Portland Trail Blazers excelling?
Well, they're great on the offensive glass. They have presence on the inside. They have a ton of focus on just collecting rebounds. So great at retrieving those misses.
San Antonio making a switch here. Fox is checked in. Pass to Castle. There's the lob to the hoop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Trailblazers trail by 11. Here's Kamara. An 11-point game for him in the win against Denver. Outside, Avdia. They get it back, and it's Klingon with the jam.
I love how hard Klingon works that offensive glass, using his size in that situation.
Here's Money. He's got 12. Down low. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Lets it go. And the Spurs scoring again.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Shoots from 14. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut back down to single digits after the bucket is good from Simons.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Here's Money, covered by Simons. Money passes to Fox. 6 on the shot clock. Sohan with the screen. And Fox is good for 3. Fox has got 16 points.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter. And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Sohan with the screen. Here's Money. Pass to Sohan. Klingon with the steal. Avdia with it, and it's Vassell picking him up. Avdia, the pass to Simons. It's good from long range. He's got 16.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Spurs leading by 9. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Money. He's got 14. Pass to Vassell. Here's Money, covered by Simons. Fades away. That one, no good. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Welcome, everybody. Before we talk about the first half, a breakdown of...
The Kings are just not fully healthy. It's unfortunate that Sabonis is hurt. He's a multi-talented big man. He's well-schooled, always in the right position, and without him, the team loses the catalyst, who's very dependable.
And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, you look at all...
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Checked in for the Spurs.
We're going out there, no let up.
On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Williams. He's out there with Grant. And Fernie Simons out there with Ayton. And it's Banton in at the 2 spot. Going inside. Pass to Castle. 6 to shoot. Inside. Here's Money. And he banks in the layup. Money's got 16.
You like to see Castle creating opportunities for his team.
Here's Banton. Guarded by Fox. Here's... Oh, wow!
And how about the explosiveness of Simons? Man, can he get up and finish with power?
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Camp. Wembanyama, a screen to the paint and stolen by Ayton. Here's Banton. He has yet to score. Down low. Here's Williams. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, this is where Williams looks to score. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he's going to be.
To the middle. And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got 22.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Simons, the pass to Banton. Simons with a screen on Fox. Here's Banton, guarded by Fox. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 5. One shot on the way. No good from Grant.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Here's Banton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. From past the arc. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Grant.
Yeah, Grant has really embraced this part of his game, becoming a reliable three-point shooter.
Money passes to Fox. And the layup's good off the glass. Fox has got 8 here in the quarter.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
You know, Brent, De'Aaron Fox, I mean, how do you cover him?
Well, Kevin, the first thing I do is ask for help. I keep my other defenders aware that I'm not going to slow this guy down at any point. So try to get him to his offhand, which is his right hand, and then make sure that he's taking more shots and not being in transition, because that's where De'Aaron Fox is at his best.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
And I feel like there's been an old-school aspect to what they've done tonight, and that is pounding the ball inside, getting it down low, getting those looks in close. That's been effective.
And the Spurs making a change here. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in, and a switch here also for Portland. Jabari Walker's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. Outside Simons. And he drives in. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
What a tough play from Simons that time. And he's going to get an extra shot to boot here at the free throw line.
And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
Fox passes to Money. Barnes screen on Grant. The kick out to Fox. Shot clock at 6. Walker with some nice D. Trailblazers trail by 6. Here's Simons. The kick out to Walker. Here's the 3. Good on the three-point shot.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Money passes to Paul. Beyond the arc. The Trailblazers pull it in.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. From deep three-point territory, a big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for San Antonio. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. We've got Barnes. Paul out there with Money. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the power forward position. That's the San Antonio 5.
Now you leave it to CP3, statistically one of the top 10 assist men, not just in the league now, in the history of the game.
Here's Grant. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Money. Rebound by Williams.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
The kick out to Simons. And he hits it to tie the game up. Simons has got 24 points.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Money passes to Wembanyama. Here's Money. Lets it fly. Outside for Wembanyama. Stolen by Grant. Outside, Walker. Pass to Simons to take the lead. Paul grabs the board.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Money, guarded by Walker. Money passes to Wembanyama. 6 on the shot clock. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Brent, the Blazers had a real chance to win some titles.
Oh, man, they ran into some great teams, too, Kevin. The Bad Boy Pistons and then the Bulls, obviously, with Michael Jordan. Winning a title in those days took something special, and the Blazers were right there. And Barnes, one of those guys that every team would love to have. He just has a workmanlike attitude.
No good from Grant. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Spurs. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Simons from outside. Drops in the tray. Simons has got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Man, scoring off of turnovers is so helpful. I mean, you get easy opportunities at the rim. It devastates the opponent. They've done a great job tonight at converting on those chances.
Castle's checked in for San Antonio. Good on the second free throw.
shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Ball against Simon. Latre. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Ball surveying the floor. Barnes screen on Grant. Here's Money. He's covered by Grant. Ball for 3. San Antonio again missing. Portland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Simons kicks to Grant. Off target from three-point range. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Simons against Paul. Grant outside. Swinging the screen for Grant. Lets the 3 fly. San Antonio with the rebound. Here's Money. Wembanyama, a screen on Simons. Oh, Wembanyama, too easy.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. Avdia's checked in for Williams. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. Well, coach is frustrated with his guys. He let them know that the turnovers have to stop. He begged them to take better care of the ball. We'll see if they heeded the message. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Here's Money. Yes, to Castle. Here's Money. No good from outside. Trailblazers trail by 3. Simons, the pass to Avdia. Walker with a clean look. Hits it from three-point range.
Good setup. Avdia, he's got such a good feel for the game.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Wembanyama, a screen. Money passes to Wembanyama. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got 5 rebounds tonight to take the lead. And another 3 for Portland.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Simons against Paul. Inside to halt the run. And it's Portland with the rebound. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. On some changes here for the Spurs. Jeremy Sohan comes in for Harrison Barnes. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Paul. To the inside. Oh. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Trailblazers.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Outside, Simon. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Lock at 6. Bounce pass from short. And Ayton throws it down.
Set a rugged screen. Nice roll by Ayton to get to the bucket.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Plugs it up for Wembanyama. And stolen by Ayton. Avdia up top. Defended by Sohan. And Ayton throws it down.
And Ayton just up over the top at his size to throw that one down.
Here's Money, covered by Simons. Wembanyama against Ayton. Wembanyama passes to Money. Here's Fox. And it's Portland with the rebound. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Vassell, he's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Henderson's checked in. Sharp sets the pick for Henderson. Oh, the rejection by Wembanyama. The Spurs making a switch here. Fox is checked in. So the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy.
Okay. You got me on that one, but, yo, can we still swap? What's up?
Nah, man. Ain't no handouts. Maybe next time, though, man.
All right, don't worry. I'll be back.
Yep.
All right.
Even the best teams lose at least 10 games a year. You guys look tired out there.
So how you feeling about your recent play?
Not gonna lie, Coach, I feel pretty good.
So do we, which is why we think you're ready to run with the starters.
Coach, you playing with me?
Oh, my gosh, that's great. I've been looking forward to this opportunity.
Now, remember when I told you this is a big boy league, MP?
Mm-hmm.
When the coaches make a move like this, it puts us in the crosshairs. It puts Cliff in the crosshairs, too, because the buck stops with the general manager.
Well, like you said, it's a grown man's league, and if you can't handle that pressure, then you ain't gonna make it that far.
Glad we are understood.
Loud and clear, Coach.
It's time to prove you belong, MP. Good luck.
Be careful. These fans grew Santa, and you ain't no Santa.
What's up, MP?